like what you said, you know them as Sam Smith,
Mm-hmm.
you know them as style of Ed Sheeran. They have their own style.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I want to be known as like that, as
Mm-hmm.
Mark Mabasa,
Mm-hmm.
not copying anyone.
Mm-hmm.
I want to
Yeah.
be known with my own music, with my own style.
This episode is brought to you by Tang and Java.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Chat with Mick. And tonight I have Mark Mabasa, who is a singer from the Philippines who moved to the US after deep loss. And we talk about how music is helping him move forward and heal. How are you doing?
Hi, Mick. I'm doing good. Thank you so much for asking.
Thank you so much for being here with us today. What did you have to overcome to be the person who is here with us tonight?
You know what, Mick? I'm going to answer you with values and qualities. So it comes with, of course, dream, and then overcoming your fears, working hard, the struggles, and motivation, discipline, and most importantly, is consistency.
Walk us through those values and qualities that you mentioned.
Mhm. All right. So basically, syempre, as a singer, um, alam mo, bata pa ako, sobra ko talagang pangarap kumanta. I don't know why. There's like this video of mine na I was 3 years old. Tapos, ginawa siya sa isang fast food chain na sikat sa atin. While yung mga kasama ko, yung mga kaedad ko, was playing the whole time. Kasi before, way back, ang video nun tuloy-tuloy eh. Unlike sa atin ngayon, di ba? You
Yeah.
can edit it. But before, ang video tuloy-tuloy. So I have this video when I was 3 years old. Yun nga, everybody was playing. And I was at the table singing the whole time. Can you imagine? I was 3 years old. And yun na yung gusto kong gawin.
Was it like a real microphone or a toy
It's a real microphone. It's on YouTube actually. Yeah, I posted it on YouTube. So, ganon kalala na 3 years old, alam ko na kung ano yung gusto ko gawin. And then, I remember, I had this, I have this scene with my cousin sa rest house namin sa Cavite. We were sitting watching the stars. We were like, early teens yata namin yun. All of a sudden, nag-usap kami kung anong pangarap namin. Alam mo, sabi ko sa kanya, to sing sa big stage. Sabi ko, one day, makikita mo ako kumakanta sa big stage and living my dream. That's what I said while looking at the stars.
You were 3 years old.
Okay.
You had no idea, right?
I
Like
have no
what you
idea.
were doing, right? But when was it when you realized that you had a real talent for singing and that's what you wanted to do for the rest of your life? Was that in grade school or in high school?
So ever since, pag may mga events sa school, gusto ko na sumali. Sumasali na ako sa mga activities. Whenever I have the chance to sing sa school or wherever, kahit sa mga parties, events, tapos minsan yung gatherings lang, pag pinakanta ako, kanta ko agad. As in, ganun. So, na-realize ko when I was like that, during that time, siguro I was 13 years old that time, yung kinuwento ko sa na I was looking at the stars and then telling my cousin that this is what I want to do. And hindi ko nga sinabi na this is what I want to do. I made a statement.
Uh-huh.
One day you will see me sa big stage singing
So you were
sa big crowd.
manifesting.
Yeah, I wasn't even like dreaming at that moment. I'm believing that I will.
This talent of yours, it had to come from somewhere, right? Your family sings, right?
Yes, my mom and dad are both singers. So basically, yung dad ko is a folk singer. They used to perform sa mga gigs. And also in Japan. Uso nun yung Japan. And my mom as well. Yung mom ko naman, recording artist sa atin, with her sister. They were called the Santiago Sisters. And up to now, nagulat kami kasi yung mga songs nila nasa Spotify.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Someone uploaded it.
The Alpha Records did because they were under Alpha Records. So ganun, yung mom and dad ko, singer sila. So siguro ina-admire ko yun eh, yung pag nakikita ko silang kumakanta. Siguro
Did
it
you think
started
that-
there. It has a big
Did you think
Impact.
that you were going to be like them, you wanted to be like them, or you could do what they were doing?
while watching them, ang sinasabi ko dati, I wanna do this. Laging ganun. Laging, I know exactly what I wanna do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kasi iba yun eh. Iba yung inaano mo lang siya na hindi ka sure. Pero ako, bata pa ako, sure na ako. Eto yung gusto ko gawin. I wanna sing.
When was that moment when you said you wanted to be a singer, you want to be a recording artist, you want to be on stage? What did you do to actually get there and do those things?
Oh, ang dami. Ang dami kong pinagdaanan. Can you imagine, dumaan ako sa point na dahil gusto ko lang kumanta, I formed the band. Kasi there was a time na from the city, lumipat kami sa rest house namin sa Cavite na tumira kami doon for like 6 years. So lumipat kami doon. So ang layo namin. City boy ako eh. So from city, lumipat kami ng Cavite. So it's something new for me. So ang ginawa ko, nag-form ako ng band. So yung band na yun was like, pinorm ko lang siya talaga kasi gusto ko kumanta. And then we auditioned sa mga bar doon sa Cavite. Can you imagine, for 250 pesos, each yun ang kinikita namin. 250 pesos. Tapos, kakanta ka from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m.
Oh, wow.
Ganon. Tapos minsan, alam mo, sad to say, yung bar na pinagtatrabuhan namin na yun, parang ayaw pa niya ibigay yung talent fee namin. Parang 6 a.m. na, naghihintay pa rin kami ng talent fee. Ganon kahirap yung pinagdaanan ko. Kasi gusto ko lang kumanta. Not because of the money.
What did you learn from that early experience of performing for a crowd?
A lot. I mean, yung connection sa tao, kailangan mong matutunan eh. Kasi, like I said, I'm singing from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. Kung pag wala kang connection sa tao, paano mo papaandarin yung show?
Yeah.
How can you make them stay?
Yeah.
That's what I learned from performing sa mga ganun na experience ko.
Like, did you experience people just leaving and then
Yes,
suddenly there's no
correct.
one there?
You know, that's a good example. Tama ka doon. Nakita mo yon, and then you need to do something about it. You know what I mean?
So how do you get people in? How do you get them to stay?
I talk to them.
Uh-huh.
I talk to them, not just singing. Kasi pag kumakanta ka lang, you will be just the background music.
Yeah.
And pinaka-hate ko yun. Kaya pag may nag-i-invite sa akin na kanta ka sa dinner, sabi ko, no, I don't wanna sing during the dinner. I don't wanna be the background music. Pwede niyo po ba ako ilagay sa before ng dinner or after the dinner? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't wanna be the gusto ko panoorin niyo ako kasi pinagandaan ko to. Di ba?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nag-ayos ako eh. Di ba?
Yeah, it's almost like saying when you join a contest, right? When you join a competition, you're there not just to be there for the sake of being there.
Right.
You're there to win, right?
Yes.
You had experience doing that a while back, right?
Yes.
You joined several competitions.
I did. Actually, tatlo lang ata yung sinalihan ko. One is Pinoy Pop Superstar. And then yung This Is It. Ito yung This Is It. Ito yung kalaban ng Showtime before. When they were starting, nung nagsa-start ang Showtime, tinapatan sila ng GMA ng This Is It. So yun yung sinalihan ko. This Is It kantahan. So I'm a 6-time winner there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's
Hanggang
so
6
awesome.
times ka lang pwede manalo.
Oh, you did Grand Slam.
I did. So inano ko lahat yun. 6-time winner ako doon.
Oh, wow.
So yun. Then after that, yung X Factor na.
What did you get out of all these competitions? Aside from the learnings that you did, of course, there were challenges, right? And how did you prepare and what did you experience? Were there any hardships that you went through and all of that?
Actually, yes. You have to prepare your your emotions, your mind
Mm-hmm.
na hindi po pwedeng yung gusto mo yung mangyari. You know what I mean? I mean, dapat prepared ka matalo. Kasi pag hindi, it will affect you a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And it did nung mga unang sali ko. Na parang nalungkot ako, syempre. I mean, tao lang tayo, di ba?
Yeah.
Nalungkot ako.
Yeah.
I mean, naging may bitterness, may ano, di ba? Tao ka lang eh. So, yun yung natutunan ko. Dapat ready ka matalo. Dapat alam mo na there is something na nakalaan for you. Na if this is not for you, it's not for you. Merong para sa'yo.
Mm-hmm.
Dapat ganun yung mindset mo. Yun yung, sana ganun yung mindset ko dati.
What were you thinking when you were there on stage? What was it like?
Oh, exciting, scary, and more on exciting. Kasi you wanna share your talent eh. I mean, I've been doing it for like I said, since I was a kid. So parang gusto ko i-share to sa inyo. Gusto ko makita niyo ako. Ganun. I wanna be seen. So more on excitement. And yung fear, kasunod na lang yun, pero you have to overcome it. Na parang once na kumanta ka na, medyo nawawala naman yun eh.
For those people out there who want to be singers or who want to perform in front of a large crowd, how do you overcome the fear? Because you've been there several times in that situation.
First, siguro dapat sure ka kung ano gusto mo gawin. If you really wanna do this, just do it. And then, show up. Don't just sing. I mean, yung fear, yung nervyos, yung kaba, kasama yun eh. So, kailangan mo siya gawin kahit na kinakabahan ka, kahit na nakakatakot. Kung gusto mo tong gawin, gawin mo. Kasi once yung nervyos, pag nawala yun, sabi nga nila, ibig sabihin, lumaki na yung ulo mo. So, kasama siya talaga. And you will work hard kasi pag merong nervyos eh. Parang gagalingan ko kasi kinakabahan ako. Ganon.
And you mentioned
It humbles you. Basically, yung kaba.
you have to have that fear and that nervousness for you to be able to want to perform at a certain level, right?
Yes. Kasi pag di ka na kinakabahan, wala nang excitement eh. Para ka na lang robot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So parang ang sarap pag kinakabahan ka. Kailangan galingan ko.
Excited. You're still excited.
Oh, di ba?
Yeah. Earlier, you mentioned you didn't win some competitions, right? How do you get over the sadness and the grief and feeling like you're not good enough for what you want to be?
Okay, dyan papasok yung sinasabi ko kanina, yung consistency. You continue singing. Tuloy mo lang. Kasi pagka naapektuhan ka nun at nag-stop ka, at the end of the day, lilipas yung maraming taon, you will regret it. Diba? Unlike, you try and try and try. Kasi, diba? Try mo lang nang itry. Baka, eventually, you'll win.
You're in it no matter what
Yeah.
the outcome is. As long as you're doing it and you're doing your best. It doesn't matter if you win or if you lose. It'll be nice if you win, right? But if you lose, still the same. Your passion for whatever you're doing is still the same,
Exactly.
right?
You're correct. Na parang kahit isa lang yung nanonood, even if you have an audience or without, kung anong binigay mo with the big crowd, give it to that one person. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we can expect a really good performance even if there's just 2 or 3 of us in the audience from Mark, right?
That's what the performer should do.
Did you have any opportunities to do something else other than singing when you were in the Philippines? Like acting?
I did commercials. I did TV commercials, mga print ads and stuff. Mga ganon. But acting, parang yun yata yung, parang natatakot ako gawin, yung acting. Hindi ko alam kung bagay sa akin.
You've never tried
I've
the-
never, I've never tried, actually.
Something to look forward to. It's something like a different dimension, different
Exciting.
aspect of Mark, right? So
Sana.
how did you end up in the US? Like how did you get here?
Oh, we migrated like 3 years ago after my dad passed. Well, it's ano naman no, it's a high profile case. So basically, most of the people knew that my dad was assassinated in the Philippines because of the political issues and stuff. So he's a hard hitting commentator. Eh. So ayun. So for a fresh start, kasi and we got ano din, 'di ba? Yung nasa news din yun all over the worldwide na we got threats as well. So we need to move to the US for a fresh start.
What was that experience like going through that? Because your father was a popular journalist, a writer and commentator on radio, and it didn't matter who was sitting there in the presidency. He had a comment on a lot of things, whether this party or that party, right? It was just commenting on what needed to be right or what he thought was right or what he thought was humane, right? What was that like when that was happening? Because you had to hold it together for everyone else.
It's more of like yung instinct mo is to take care of the family. What are you gonna do next? How can you lead the family to not to dwell or to to be well to be so down, you need to do something for them to lift their spirits or to at least to do something, so that's the main instinct. So yun, kaya naisip namin na maybe just leave the country to medyo maka-recover ng konti to continue kasi mga bata pa rin yung mga kapatid ko.
Was it just a few days after that happened, or did it take a
Oh
long
yeah,
time?
after what happened to my dad, we were like parang ano kami, nasa bahay lang kami. We cannot leave the house kasi there are police outside the house who's there to look out for us kasi nga we have a threat, no? So 4 months kami, nasa house lang kami. So that's when we decide na we cannot live like this. I need to do something para sa mga kapatid ko for them to move on,
Yeah.
to continue. So, yeah, kailangan mong maging strong for them. That's the basic
What do you think your father would have wanted if he had been alive? Like, what would he have wanted for your family?
This is his dream for us to migrate for my siblings to have a good life. I mean, a stable life, which is America is giving us right now. You know what I mean?
So, what learnings or what memories do you have of your father while he was still alive when you were a child and you were going through all these things and you wanted to be a singer? Was he supportive of that?
Actually, even though he's a singer as well, at first he wasn't because he wanted me to continue my school. Pero stubborn ako eh. I wanna sing talaga. Tumatakas ako sa bahay.
Oh, wow.
Oo, tumatakas ako para sumali sa mga contest or join the band or something. Ayaw niya yun. Kasi he wants me to continue my school. Pero matigas ulo ko, I wanna sing talaga. Nag-abroad pa ako para...
Oh, wow.
Oo. Those are the things that I remember when it comes to singing. Pero mostly is yung mga wisdom niya. He always want us to be a good person. Kahit na hindi mahalaga sa kanya yung pera eh. Sa totoo lang, ang mahalaga sa kanya, you build your character, your name. Yun ang pinaka-importante sa kanya. Meron nga siyang isang word in Tagalog na lagi niyang sinasabi sa amin. Sabi niya, yung tapat, kahit baliktarin mo yun, tapat pa din. You know what he means? Like, if you baliktarin mo yung yung words na tapat.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Tapat pa din
the
siya.
literal.
So
Like
yun yung
spelling.
kailangan, sabi niya, kailangan ganun kayo.
Mhm.
And you can never go wrong with that.
And so it has to do with credibility and integrity, right?
Importante
and that's
sa kanya yun.
what your father was aiming to have like his whole life, right?
Yes.
And so he lived up to it.
Yes. Ganun siya. Yun yung maaalala mo sa kanya. Yung mga wisdom na binigay niya sa amin. To be a good person.
And when you were kids, did you have any experiences you remember as a family?
There's a lot. Kasi close kami. Alam mo yung dad ko, ayaw niya yan ng magkakahiwalay kami. So kahit na yung mga kapatid ko may mga asawa na, may mga anak na, sa kanya lahat nakatira. Lahat kami sa kanya nakatira. Ako even I can hindi ako umalis sa kanya. Though nakabili ako ng house pero malapit din sa amin. Para hindi before he passed, like 4 months before he passed, pinagawan ko pa siya ng studio sa house ko. Kasi he's doing his during the pandemic, kasi syempre nagraradyo siya eh. He's a broadcast journalist talaga sa radio. So since hindi niya na magawa yun, he needs a place to do this, like this. Parang ikaw, nandito ka sa house mo.
Yeah.
That's what he did. Doon siya sa sala namin. Eh, syempre, nung nagpagawa na ako ng bahay, pinagawan ko siya ng studio doon.
That's so awesome.
There's a lot of things that na bonding namin kasi every Sunday, magkakasama kaming lalabas. Kakain kami sa labas. Every Sunday yun. Tapos, lagi siyang magluluto for us. Magaling siya magluto.
Did you get that from him too?
Yes.
Oh,
Lahat
wow.
kami
It's something to look forward to, hey?
lahat kami marunong magluto. Yung mga kapatid ko, kaya yung bahay namin, parang buffet.
Oh,
Kasi
wow.
kanya-kanyang luto. Kunyari, hindi niya gusto yung ulam, magluluto. Kasi marunong magluto eh. So, ganun sa bahay namin.
It sounds so
Madaming
fun.
food.
I know. I want to go to your house.
Oh, you should. You should. One time, I'll invite you sa house. Magulo. Marami kami.
How are you moving on now that you're here in the US and you have a new life and you've acclimated with the lifestyle here in the US and the American culture?
It's actually fun because US is very diverse. And it's easy to assimilate, to adapt. So basically, there's not much of because I've been going here since since 2010. Like every year, I'm here to visit some friends, some family, and actually, it's nothing because there's a lot of Filipino as well. Much of adjustment actually.
Did it feel like home, like you were back in the Philippines a
It
little
feels
bit?
like yeah, a little bit. It feels like Philippines kasi we live in a city na ang dami ring Filipino. So ang daming para ka rin nasa Philippines. So yun. And also para siyang para siyang yung tawag doon? Upgrade. And then at the same time walang bad experience. So parang you feel na you're at home.
Yeah.
And especially sa work, sa career, parang feeling ko nga, parang talagang nilagay kami dito because para dito kami. Parang ganun. That's what I felt.
It's like a blessing.
It's a blessing, actually. Na, actually, nung pumunta kami dito, we don't know what to do. Kasi, parang, what's gonna happen to us? As in, wala kaming idea kung paano kami magsa-start dito. But, yung faith mo kay God na parang, ikaw pinag-pray namin to sa Kanya eh, na parang, yung faith mo sa Kanya yung magli-lead sa'yo eh. Gets mo?
Were
Parang,
there people who helped you when you were starting here?
you know, that's the main, meron yung, syempre yung, pero not necessarily throughout, no? Basically, yung lawyer namin, of course, who did our, our papers. And then, pero yung tumulong na like yung tulong talaga na like bahay yun, wala. As in kami lang. Kasi yan din yung isa sa turo ni Papa. Ayaw niya nanghingi ng favor. He doesn't like that. Tapos ayaw din namin nakikitira. Merong 1 month kami tumira sa Reno. Yun, tinulungan kami nung isang, can you imagine, listener lang ni Papa yun. Na nakakausap ni Papa from the States. Pero talagang inampo nila kami for a month. Pero since nga hindi namin kaya yung alam mo yun, yung
Yeah.
humihingi ng favor at nakikitira ka, nahiya kami. Talagang lumipat kami, ginawa namin ng paraan, tinanggap namin kahit anong work para lang makasurvive kami without asking for, ng favor sa ibang tao. Kasi my dad wouldn't like that. A lot of people when we were here, they were asking us to set up a, what you call that? Yung sa Facebook?
A GoFundMe or something
GoFundMe.
like that.
We said, no, we don't like that. We can work. I mean, even we need that, but I don't think my dad would like it.
You were held by your dad's beliefs and what was in his heart.
Yeah, I think he prepared us for this. I mean, by faith and by heart and values and qualities that he taught us. So basically, dun niya kami pinrepare. Monetary, wala. Wala talaga. My dad was very helpful kasi marami siyang tinutulungan sa Philippines. As in, so wala siyang money. Wala kami. As in, dito nag-start kami talaga from scratch talaga.
What is it like as an artist, as a singer, now that you're starting over here in the States?
It's hard and fun at the same time. And it humbles me. Yun talaga yung America, no? America will really humbles you. Kasi iba sa Philippines eh. Sa Philippines, kahit yung tubig, may taga-abot ka. You know what I mean? Pag artist ka sa atin, ganun eh. Alaga ka, ang dami mong PA. Dito, hindi. You'll do it yourself.
Yeah.
May driver ka dun. Alam mo yan, lahat ng pang-spoiled nandun.
Yeah.
Dito, wala. You will do it by yourself. So, it will humbles you.
As an artist, going back to you being an artist and a singer, what is your style or what are your favorite genres?
Well, I have a lot. As an artist, alam mo pag artist ka, maguling utak mo talaga. Aminin mo, kasi you're an
Yes.
artist too. I mean, si
You're-
Kuya, ikaw
you're
di
like
ba?
all over
Magulong
the
utak
place,
natin eh.
right?
Feeling ko lahat ng artist may ADHD eh.
Yeah.
Kasi
So
hindi
you,
natin,
you admit it, you have ADHD.
I think so, yeah. Especially pag nakakape na ako, para na akong, ganun na ako, para na
You're
akong
all
squirrel
over
na.
you're all over the place, right?
Yeah, and your brain is all over the place.
Yeah, yeah.
Tapos, depende sa mood mo. Alam mo, ako, meron akong time na I fell in love with standard music. Meron akong ganun. So, meron din akong time na in love ako sa jazz, sa pop music. But basically, alam mo kasi ako, nag-a-adjust ako sa crowd ko. Hindi ko kinakanta. Hindi ako yung artist na kakanta because I wanna do this. No, I need to consider my audience as well. Kasi andyan yung mga yan to watch you and to feel you. Kasi I believe na yun yung purpose nating mga artist, mga also as a singer, is to deliver a message for them.
In terms of what you want to be known as or what kind of music you want to be known by, what is that?
Oh, that's what you want to know. Siguro as a serious singer like Martin Nievera, yung mga balladeers, yung mga ganon. Kasi I started as a balladeer talaga, and then I just adapt to what's new or what's current and what people wants me to sing, you know.
We know some people, as soon as you see them, their stature, how they dress, how they present themselves, and how they project, you know that they're a pop singer, or they're an R&B singer, or they're a rock star. What's that quality, like being a performer or singer that you want to be known as? At the beginning, you really like standards like Frank Sinatra,
Something
right?
like that, yeah.
Something like that.
Something a balladeer. But I want to be known as me, as Mark Mabasa. You know, in my own way, in my own uniqueness.
So kind of style. So now we see Ed Sheeran, we see Sam Smith, Bruno Mars, or John Legend. They all have their own styles. Is there anyone that you see that's almost similar to what you want to be?
You know, like what you said, you know them as Sam Smith.
Mm-hmm.
You know them as style of Ed Sheeran. They have their own style.
Yeah.
And I want to be known as like that, as Mark Mabasa, not copying anyone. You know, I want to
Yeah.
be known with my own music, with my own style.
Are you writing any songs?
I do write songs.
You
I do.
do? Okay.
I'll be releasing my album this year. My voice is my instrument. So I write my songs, my own songs, and then I have I have friends who make the music for me, who arrange it for me. And as also Tito Dodgy Simon is writing songs for me right now.
Martin Rivera, your musical hero or someone you would emulate?
Yes, actually, for you to stay in the industry that long, I mean, Tito Martin is the epitome of a good singer, and yung consistent.
That
He's
is
one of
so-
my mentors.
Oh, that
I'm
is so
I'm
cool.
biased kasi
That was a biased answer.
and Tita Pilita. No. I believe for you to stay in this industry like Tito Gary or everybody, yun ang mahirap eh.
Yeah.
Yung magstay ka.
How do you maintain that?
How do you maintain it? Be consistent. I mean, do your best all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, not just nagawa ko na to kahapon, pwede ko nang hindi galingan ngayon. That's not how you do it. You do it kahit na ikaw lang mag-isa, galingan mo na para hindi mabago yung level ng ano mo.
Yeah, you know what they say, like every time you step on stage, you think of it as your last
Oh
performance.
yeah,
right?
that's a good praise. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Like it has to be your best one because it's gonna be your last one.
Yes. Kasi nga daw, 'di ba, pag kung ano daw yung last performance mo, yun yung matatandaan ng
Yeah,
tao.
yeah,
So you have to do it.
yeah. So I remember your last performance, the one that I saw was your birthday show.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you for coming.
That was a really good show.
Thank you.
There were so many moments there, and one of the most touching moments was your performance with your mom. We were talking about your dad, so let's talk about your mom now. You actually gave credit to your mom. You got the talent from your mom.
Yes, I did
Right?
actually, yeah.
What was it like growing up with her?
It's fun kasi merong magko-correct sa'yo. When it comes to singing, may magko-correct sa'yo na ganito gawin mo. And I like it. Kasi hindi naman tayo pinanganak or nag-start na magaling tayo. You need to learn. And
Yeah.
every day is a learning. So yun yung fun doon. And we can sing together. We can, yun, yung nakakanta kami together. And then, mostly is, the things na tinuturo niya sa akin. Yun yung gustong-gusto ko.
And it is a constant learning process. So now that you're here in the States, what are you learning from her or from other people that you've met so far?
Alam mo, yung pagiging close ko sa mga tao. Kasi nga, like I said, diba, ibang artist sa atin, iba dito. So, yung pagiging close ko, first of all, sa mga tao. Kasi you don't usually, in the Philippines, you don't usually hang out with the crowd, with the people. And yung connection, yung pakikipag-ano mo sa kanila is different. Parang sa Pilipinas kasi parang kailangan malayo ka sa mga, you know what I mean? May distance ka with your fans, with the people around you. Dito, parang natutunan ko na mas masarap pala na magkakaibigan tayo lahat. 'Di ba? Kasi ang liit ng community natin eh.
Yeah.
So ang sarap na lahat tayo magkakaibigan and we support each other.
And from what I've heard, you never know who's going to give you the big break.
Exactly.
You could meet someone at a bar or restaurant who's just watching, but you never know if they have the capacity to actually make you a big star.
Yeah, that's part of it. And also kasi, alam mo yun sa heart mo na ang dami mong friends, ang dami nagmamahal sa'yo. That's
Yeah.
yun yung gustong-gusto ko dito sa Amerika. Kasi mga tao dito, pinaramdam nila na love nila ako. Alam mo yun? Even you. From the moment that we met, when you talk to me, aside from praising me with naramdaman ko na genuine ka. Alam mo yun?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And yun yung gusto ko sa mga tao dito. Yung I can talk to you guys and nafe-feel ko kayo. I mean, I can connect with you. So one of the things that I've learned, yun. And of course, yun nga, yung pagiging humble mo. Ewan ko kung anong meron sa Amerika, but it will, ano talaga.
You've had a lot of experiences in the Philippines and with your family experiencing a great loss with your father. Now that you're starting as an artist and you're getting your name known out there in other states, in New York, in Arizona, and other places that you're going to, what is your purpose now? What is your main mission?
To connect with my audience. Like, deeply. And to connect them with my emotions from my journey. Gusto ko makakonect deeply with them, with my audience. Gusto ko ma-deliver sa kanila yung message ng every song that I do. Kasi parang di ko nagawa yun before eh. But now, parang gusto ko ganun yung maging mission ko. Na parang after ko kumanta, ikaw, you can connect with the song that I sang. You did connect. Oy, nagustuhan ko yung kanta mo kasi nakarelate ako. Yung mga ganun. Kasi it's hard for an artist to connect. Especially here na syempre iba yung language, iba yung culture. So you have to mix it with my roots, our roots from the Philippines to make it universal.
Do you have plans of making it to Hollywood or the mainstream audience be signed with a record label here in the States? Because they say you're an artist or you're a singer, you're a performer, and once you make it big in the States, you have more chances of making it big outside on a global scale. Do you have any plans for that? Is that in your periphery?
My management are doing that right now. Yeah, so that's their goal. That's our goal, actually. So they're working on it right now. So yeah, it's always a dream.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want that, diba?
Yeah,
Parang-
yeah. I
parang-
mean, because we all grew up watching Michael Jackson, right?
Right. Mariah Carey.
Yeah, Mariah Carey
Who
and
else?
all those big names.
Whitney Houston, diba? And yeah, it's always the dream. And I think if there's a chance, I'll grab it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not, right?
Yeah.
Right? You never
Of
know.
course.
Yeah.
You'll never know. I like that
if
word.
it's for you, it's gonna come to you. That's what they say. Just like
Like prayers. I mean,
yeah, with God, of course, and
God's
with your
allow.
faith. Where can people find you if they wanna find out when your next show is?
I'll be in Casino, Arizona with Miss Lani Misalucha this coming February 14th. So grab your tickets now because I think it's selling fast. I think it's almost sold out. So you guys still have a chance to get your tickets. February 14th, Casino, Arizona with Lani Misalucha.
That is
And
so awesome.
more of ganun mga shows. And then
Yeah.
if you want to be updated, just follow me on my Instagram. It's Mark Mabasa. My Facebook is also Mark Mabasa, and my YouTube channel is Mark Mabasa as well. I want to thank my management, Patricia, Vic Perez, and of course, thank you so much, Puy Quinones, for my outfit today, for styling me, and yeah, and all the people who are helping me right now. There's a lot of people who's helping me here right now. I'm so thankful.
Just because a lot of people love you as you are.
I love you too.
Yeah.
I love you too, Mick.
Thank you so much for being with us tonight.
Thank you for being my friend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we've learned so much about you. I would like to see you grow in your career as a singer here in the States. And of course,
Thank you.
Reach an even bigger dream of being a global singer.
Thank you. That's what you said before.
Yeah.
And yeah. I remember you told me that. Thank you so much for rooting for me. And I'm rooting for you as well. And good luck to your podcast, and to everything that you
So
do.
thank you so much, Mark. And to everyone watching out there, don't forget to subscribe and share our channel, Mick Diaz Presents Chat with Mick.
Ooh.
And we'll see you in the next episode of Chat with Mick. Bye.
Bye.
This episode is brought to you by Tang and Java. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss out.